Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here. As always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, I'm back here in my shop today. Yesterday, we went down to meet with a structural engineer. I'm going to have a video out later on today showing you exactly what it looks like up underneath that house and what we have to do. It was great actually being down there. It's one of those things that it's going to be a lot of hard work, but it's going to be worthwhile when we save it. We got a lot of excavating to do. We got to pour concrete footers. We have to reframe underneath the house so we can save the original antique heart pine floors and stuff. And I hope you guys will follow along. What I'm going to be doing is, from when I originally got the house 4 years ago, I'm going to go back through. I had originally done about 10 videos on the channel, which is now no longer under my control. And I want to show you guys what we've already accomplished and where the house started and the origins of it and where we're going to take it from here. So within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have the drawings where I'm going to be working on getting the permit, and hopefully I'll have another truck so I can get down there and get started working on it. So I'm excited about that. So here's interesting take right now on First Take. FYI, you probably won't hear about it. I can't remember the guy's name, but a Green Bay Packer was arrested last night on 3 misdemeanors: driving while intoxicated, less than an ounce of weed, suspended license, and all that stuff. But of course, he's not a Dallas Cowboy player, so it won't matter. But here is one of those interesting pieces out there, a story that won't go away, and this is deja vu of Earl Thomas, so to speak. The Jets and Jamal Adams can't seem to get together on a long-term deal. They can't seem to make the numbers work, and there's rumors that the Jets don't want to trade him, but they will. And so, of course, you know that the Dallas Cowboys will be one of those spots that they talk about trading him to. We got Clinton "Ha-Ha" Dix. Now, the way I look at it is like this. First of all, it's all going to go down to what will it cost you. Jerry Jones loved having that first-round pick. You got to think that Jerry Jones absolutely, positively loved having the spotlight, having Eagles Nation all there thinking that they were going to get CeeDee Lamb, and out comes Jerry Jones snatching out CeeDee Lamb, making Eagles Nation cry. And see, you can't get that in the second round. Well, no, the Eagles did cry in the second round because they ended up drafting Hurts. But so the Eagles cried the first 2 rounds. But you know what I'm saying. Jerry Jones loves having that opportunity, that pick, that player in the first round. So the Cowboys will not trade a first-round pick. Now, what the Jets wanted before was, they were saying, we want a first-round pick and we want a starting offensive lineman. So you were sitting there talking about Zach Martin or Tyron Smith, then a first-round pick. Yeah, go pound sand, buddy. That's not going to happen. So now you're looking a little bit more of negotiating this from an area of strength. You got Clinton "Ha-Ha" Dix. You got Xavier Woods, who is on the last year of his contract and trying to make a name for himself. So you're not quite as desperate as you were. Whereas the Jets, you know, they were a team that, hey, we're looking at maybe being a playoff team. You know, we got this guy right now. You know, if we get a wow you offer, we'll take him. We'll take it. Yeah, we'll take that. But now, you're coming to the point of being possibly a holdout, being a distraction. Now coming out of desperation on trying to get a deal done. Now you don't have quite the leverage that you did on saying, we don't have to trade him. So then in that case, the price starts to come down. See, understand where Trent Williams was. See, the Redskins waited. The Redskins could have had a first-round pick for Trent Williams last year with the Browns. But instead, they waited till, draft time, and, well, was it 4th round, 5th round? They waited and they lost the leverage. They ended up holding out, trying to get too much, and it blew up in their face. Now, if you're talking about, getting him for a 2nd-round pick, okay, then my ears are perking up. I'm not looking to get rid of an offensive lineman because we just lost Travis Frederick, and that's a premium. I would rather have a better offense and a better defense, if you know what I'm saying. Because you got a quarterback that's about to get paid $35 million a year. I don't want to take any risk on that one, okay? Because without that quarterback, the season's over. So I'm not looking to give up an offensive lineman. If you're talking about a second, or if you're talking about a package of a third and a couple of thirds down, hey, okay, all right, we can talk about something like that. Because the Cowboys should be getting some compensatory picks because we lost Robert Quinn, because we lost Randall Cobb, because we lost Byron Jones. So you're going to have some extra picks next year because of those losses. So that's where you can kind of say, okay, maybe we give it away a second, but we got a couple more fours. And we take a couple of these fours and move up into the third so you can absorb that. And the final thing you look at with it is you look at it from the standpoint and you say, is my team close enough? Are we close enough that we can actually make a run in the Super Bowl? If you feel like this is a piece that could take you over the top via Charles Haley, via Deion Sanders, then you say, okay, maybe this is a move that we want to make because it may get us that ring. Then you make that move. And that's the way you look at it. And from the standpoint of the Dallas Cowboys, picks-wise, you don't ever want to lose that number one pick. You don't want to ever lose that number one pick. But he's young enough that you look at it and say, okay, that's like having a draft pick. Now, you are going to have to pay the guy, just like you had to with Amari Cooper. But the Cowboys are still in a pretty good situation money-wise. Understand, come next week, June 1st, next week, Travis Frederick will come off the books. That's an additional $7 million that's going to be added to the cap right there, along with you currently have, I believe, about $9-10 million. So that gets you to 16. If and when they get Dak Prescott's deal done, that's going to afford you probably another $8 or $9 million of cap relief this year. And if you say, am I better team having Tyrone Crawford or having Jamal Adams? Because Tyrone Crawford could be $8 million you could save on the salary cap. So if you're talking about price tags and getting him to fit, along with knowing that the cap will continue to appreciate, then it could actually work out to fit. You can make that work. You can make that fit, contrary to popular belief. It's just a matter of, do you deem him that much of a game changer for you? Do you say, this guy will get me 3 or 4 interceptions? This guy will be able to help out in the run and prevent us from having teams that can just run up the gut on us? Then you look at that from the standpoint of, okay, it's worth the money in the draft pick. So that's what the Cowboys are probably weighing right now. Of course, the Jets saying we don't want to trade him is they're trying to then, that means they really do want to go ahead and get a trade. So they're listening. And the reality is you will listen to anybody's offer. Doesn't mean you'll take it. You'll listen to it because, hey, you might say something and you might make an offer that we just can't refuse. And so that's where the Jets are right now. They don't want to lose him, but they don't want to pay him either. And the Jets have a tendency to do that because you could look at the Jets with my buddy, Demario Davis. You guys messed up when you didn't pay Demario, because Demario is one of the better linebackers in football. The guy is... I got to see if I can get Demario back on the channel, because, see, that's the kind of guy that lives and breathes football. This guy trains... See, look, even the things... This guy trains like there's no tomorrow. He is working out in a swimming pool. He is like literally lifting weights underwater. I mean, he is going crazy. Okay, so they're talking on First Take. I would show you some of the highlights on First Take, but Disney has got they'll shut the shit down. Okay, Disney and ESPN, they go crazy if you show anything there. But the discussion, of course, is should Jamal Adams demand a trade? It's going to be a topic of discussion. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But I just don't want the Cowboys to pay too much. I think it was worthwhile for Amari Cooper to have made that trade. The Cowboys are in a better position than they would have been without him. But I just like having that first-round draft pick because, brother, that was cool. That was a thing of beauty, seeing those Eagles cry. That we literally ripped the heart out of the Philadelphia Eagle fans. And that's priceless. All right, so I got to cut these and get these things sanded. I got to get some more of these laces put together and all this stuff over here. I got to get these finished painted and on their way. All right, I'll see you guys.